everyone, my name is Leah and I'm here to show you how I'm making samples smarter this season. So I've always avoided silicone wax molds, excuse me, the molds in the past because it was messy. At least I thought it was messy. So my go-to was just to chop up bits of wax and put them in little baggies and give them to my clients. Well, it didn't always look the most professional, and so this time I decided to give it a go and try the silicone wax molds in a different way. And I'm gonna show you what I did. So I'm just gonna take a bar of wax, okay, and I'm gonna cut it with a regular serrated knife and put the small bits of wax that I've cut up out of that bar into the molds. As you do this, you might have little flakes, but you just put them in here, and you're gonna end up with way less mess than what you would have if you were melting the wax and then trying to pour it into the molds. So this has been just a game changer for me this season to create really cute special samples of our new Harvest Collection wax. And I could do this with any collection of wax for sure, but in particular, I wanted to have something really nice for people who were good customers of mine that I knew were gonna probably wanna order from the Harvest Collection, and I wanted to get in their hand in a cute way. So what this ends up creating for me is about 20 samples in these molds that are much more effective and less wasteful than it would be if I were to be actually pouring melted wax into these molds. Now, you might be like, okay, how do you know how much is in each one? I don't, but I've done it a couple times now and I've been able to see and sort of test it out. So this is what it's gonna look like. And some of them will be a little more shallow than others. And that's okay. The thickness doesn't really matter. It's the cuteness that people like. So I've got these ready to go and I'm gonna stick them in the microwave, and I already got one, so I'll show you what it looks like. I put this in here for 2.5 minutes, and you can see that the wax is all melted. And then I'm just gonna let that cool. And then what I'm gonna have is gonna go from this to this melted wax. And then, and you could see, like, you can probably tell the thickness is a little different for each one, and that's okay. And then I'm gonna end up with these beautiful samples, right, for all of our different scents. So those samples then, what am I gonna do with them? I'm gonna put them in baggies, and I'll put the link for the molds and the baggies and everything below for you guys. And I'm just gonna put little labels on them that I make in Avery. I use their program, even though I don't always use their labels. But I'm gonna put one of each of the scents, and I don't have the most recent one, but I've got it ready to go, in this bag for my customers with a Harvest Collection brochure. I'm also gonna include a sample that I use the same baggie for, but this is enough for a small load of laundry of our new washer with scents in Magnolia Shimmer. So I throw one of those in there. I've got a cute little setup here, and people are getting a really nice sample. So could I use a smaller bag? Yes, but I want to make sure that they see the offerings in the Harvest Collection brochure. So this is the way I'm treating my VIP customers for this fall, who I know are going to be interested in these Harvest Collection scents, and just to give them a little extra love with something that looks really nice. And again, you're gonna end up with these beautiful molds of wax, and it doesn't even take that long of time to do it. I can get through all of these, all 5 of these scents with cooling down time and everything in under an hour. So if that's what you're looking for, something that pops a little bit, says, wow, this person took some time without the mess, this is the way to do it.